Alright, so we're back and we are moving on to the Y-axis assembly. So for this we are going to need, aside from the 8mm rods for the Y-axis, we're going to need the X and Y motor mounts, the idler mounts, the X and Y motor. We are going to need 4 of the 20-tooth idlers, and we're going to need 2 of the 20-tooth pulleys. We'll need some M10 or M3x10 screws to mount the motors, and we're going to need the M3x30 screws to mount the idlers. So let's go ahead, put the rods out here. Now, I've gone ahead and I've already prepped. I have installed the knurled insert like we did in the first video or the second video. I went ahead and installed knurled inserts on both the X and the Y motor mounts, and then on the idler bearing, or on the idler mounts here and the idler mounts here, I went ahead and put the M5x10 screws and hammer nuts in, and on one of the mounts I went ahead and mounted the idlers as well. So, excuse me, fighting a head cold here. Let's go ahead and mount the other idler real quick. So, you're going to take your M3x30 screw and you slide it in just a little bit, and we install the first idler onto it. And then for my spacing, I found 2 washers was perfect. You may find something different. It's kind of personal. You just want to put some spacing in there so that they spin freely and don't wobble. So I'm going to put the 2 washers over the screw. It's kind of hard to do this and hold it where the video can see it, but alright, so I got my 2 washers in there for separation. I'm going to back the screw out just a little bit, just enough to hold those washers in place. You're going to go ahead and slip the other idler in there and thread the screw. Now when you tighten this into this insert, you want to tighten enough. You want to get rid of this play. You don't want that, that's too much. But you don't want them to actually bind. Back off just a hair. So as you can see, they don't really wobble and they spin freely. So now we're going to move on to mounting the X and Y motor mounts. These are going to go to the top corners. You have to mount one side first, and we're going to have to go in and slide the other one in. You want to make sure this is pressed all the way up to the top of the frame. Turn this sideways here. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but if there is, I'm not sure what it is. I just put the screw in there and push that until it hits. Alright, there's that one. Let's go ahead and put the other motor mount on. Alright, let's flip this over again. Alright. Now, motor mounts. So for the correct orientation, the hole that is slotted goes towards the top, and the hole that is not slotted goes at the bottom. The idlers face the inside of the frame. And at this point, we need to install the rod. So what we do here is we push the rod actually through the idler mount, slide it all the way into the motor mount, position it, and we just slide this back into place. So at the same time, you're still ensuring that this idler mount is pressed firmly against the top of the frame. This will keep... Alright, sorry about that. I had to change out the memory card, but all I did was finish up with that bottom screw there. So we're going to do the other side idler mount now. Same thing here. Just insert the rod through the bracket. Again, slotted hole faces the top. Into this into the motor mount. The same thing. Make sure the mount is at the very top of the frame. And we'll go ahead and tighten it down. All right, that is on now. The motors. So I want my wires to run to the outside, so I make sure that my motors are out there. Alright, sorry about that. Grab the right tool. That helped to install these screws here. Longer. Alright, let's get the other one on. Alright, we're back. Another little memory card snafu. Alright, so there we are. We got the X and Y motor mounts with the motors installed. I just need to go ahead and drop these idler, or well actually the pulleys onto the motors. We'll get the height correct on those when we put the belts on. And our Y axis is complete. I'll just tighten that one down a little bit. And so now all we got to do is go ahead and put the X axis on, and then that's the wiring of the extruder. That's about it. So we'll see you in the next video.